Good afternoon, ma'am. So we are now in chapter 2, which is the listening and perception. So here's my summary about this topic. Hearing and listening are two very different physiological activities. Hearing is a physiological activity that happens when air hits the eardrum and sets up a physical reactions throughout the middle and inner ear. Listening is choosing from among the sounds one hears and selecting those that one chooses to perceive. Communication barriers. Anything that gets away or diverts attention from spoken messages is a barrier to affect communication in a public speaking setting. The most common barrier to effective communication is the inability of the audience to hear the speaker. Another thing is the noise and poor listening. Perceptions. The perception process has 3 steps. So the first one is selection, the second one is organization, and the third one is interpretation. The effective speaker set up perceptual links for the audience by taking into account attitude and values that reflect cultural norms. So now I will discuss about my understanding about this topic. So in this topic, I've learned that audience has a specialized role in public speaking. Some of that is to be responsible for attending and paying attention to the speaker. Because I believe that a good listener or audience can react to the speaker once they understand the message that was given by the speaker. Even how the good speaker is, when the audience is not interested, the message will be useless unless the speaker knows how to engage his or her audience, and speaker should set up personal links for the audience by taking into account attitudes and values that reflect cultural norms, or in short, an effective speaker should know the perceptions process. Another thing that I've learned in this topic is the difference between the hearing and listening. Because hearing is a physiological activity that happens when air hits eardrum and set up a physical reactions throughout the middle and the inner ear. In short, hearing is a sounds come into ears whether you want it or not. While listening is choosing from among sounds one hears, selecting those that one chooses to perceive, or consciously pay attention to what you hear, or maybe something that you want to hear. Common barriers. The common barrier of communication is inability of the audience to hear the speaker. So maybe because the speaker tone was low, or maybe the listener has a physical impairment, or maybe because of the noise.
So that they cannot understand the message, or it causes a misunderstanding or misinterpretation.
So as I understand about the perception, it is the way of speaker to assist the audience in listening actively. So that's all. That was all my understanding about this topic. So thank you.